Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Vicky here. Today, I'll be talking about things I wish I knew for my first year of college. I just finished my first year of college a month ago, and have been doing some self-reflection, and I just wanted to share because maybe someone out there going through the same thing as well. So yeah, let's get started. So, after high school, you go to college if you like to, but the summer of going to college, it's very chaotic, very hectic. I was nervous yet excited. I actually filmed everything about me going to school, but I just felt like it wasn't good enough, so I never posted it. But I I feel like I could I don't know, I still can edit it and stuff and make it look nice, but I don't know, I just felt like it wasn't my best work, so I don't really post things that aren't my, best. I just don't want it to be ugly. So I didn't post it, that's why. But I would say I was very excited, very chaotic. I did not know what to bring. No, I knew what to bring like application wise, but I didn't still know what to bring like clothes wise because I'm a fashionista and I just want to bring all my clothes. So I brought most of my clothes, but mostly I just wore my I wore a lot of two pieces and like jeans. Yeah, that's really much it. And some like tops, but that's pretty much it. And like I wear like the same sneakers or the same like my rotated sneakers like 3 times. So it wasn't that much, but I definitely know what to bring now, like what I actually would wear. But I want to talk about stuff that people are really interested in talking about. I mean, clothes are very important, very important. But let's talk about like friendships. I personally am. I love friends. I love having friends, and I love community and all that stuff. But I wanted to make new friends to see how people were in my college town, and I mean, I made some friends. I didn't find my besties. I feel like on social media, it shows like your people find their best friends on the first day of school or the first week of school, which is amazing, but it's not like for everyone. So it feels like you're like left out and stuff like that. So that's why you shouldn't really compare yourself to people's journeys. And we know it's cliche and we hear it all the time, but seriously, like I think we just are not ready for that type of like companionship or friendship, and we just are like maybe we just have to be a little solo for a couple of months, and then we'll find our best friend, or maybe find our best friend like a slow burn, or it takes time. Like, cause I was really like sad about it. Like, dang, like everyone's finding their friends, like they're a group of people already in the first month of school, first couple 3 months of school. And I'm just like, I don't. I still am a little bit awkward. And a Bible verse came to my mind was like, it's like it wasn't. I'm gonna paraphrase it, but like it's better to know someone like it's better to make a friend like slowly than to make a friend like instantly, something like that. It takes a while. It takes time to make friends. Basically, the verse is trying to say. I was just like, yeah, because it's you can know someone's you don't know the person's true character, and it can be a bit and then you could have the worst one ever and stuff like that, so it can be scary. So that's why I just say take your time finding your group people. It's better than never, better than never finding people, but take your time, really get to know people, because you really don't know who people really are until they're flowers, until they show their real self. So yeah, so take time with friends. I would say for myself, I wish someone told me that, because most of the time I was alone, and I thought like, and I mostly am a loner, but like it was like, dang, like I really came to a new place where no one knows me, like I'm away from home, and I thought, dang, I thought I'll make friends instantly, but I guess I just didn't want my high school self to come in my college self. So I would say very outgoing, but I just wanted to be outgoing in a more subtle way, I guess, if that makes sense. I don't know. I just didn't want to bring that past version of myself. I wanted to make a new creation and a new being basically to college, and I did so far. So hopefully I can continue doing that, because really no one really knows me in that town, excuse me. And so yeah, so I like to keep it that way. I definitely struggle with burnout. When I would come home from school, come home on the weekends, I was burned out. I was really tired. I would sleep in on Saturdays, which is normal, that's fine. But like, I remember I would just be burned out, and I would never like, it would be really hard for me to take time for myself or do things I want, because I always had homework to do, homework. And it was just like, dang, like, I can't. I thought college you're supposed to have free time. And don't get me wrong. Hold on, guys. I'm hot. I'm about to go to my shirt. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. It's like kind of lukewarm in my house. It's kind of cold and hot. I felt cold before, excuse me. And now I feel hot. Okay, that's what I was saying, right? So yeah, I dealt with burnout. I just didn't know how to, I guess, time management. Because, you know, in high school, you get like 9 periods. You can do certain things. You had time slots. You give me maybe for one free period, one free period, and lunch period. So, lunch period. So, you had like, you know, your time was limited. But, you know, in college, your time is like scattered all over the place, and you have free time here and over there. So I just didn't know what to do with that free time. Sometimes I would abuse it, and sometimes I would use it wisely. But yeah, that time. So I guess burnout caused me, time management and burnout go together real bad. So I guess I just didn't know how to use it well. So yeah, I just didn't know. I didn't know. I wasn't comfortable with all of this free time I had. So definitely. I did a lot of side quests. I think in college we're gonna do a lot of side quests. So like, you know, maybe you met a friend that you said hello to, and she said, "Oh, I'm about to go get coffee. You want to come with me?" Or I drink coffee. I drink matcha, or refresher. But you know, like little things, or like, "Oh, I'm about to go to the park or something. You want to come with me?" Or like, "I'm about to go back to my dorm. You want to, you know, chill after me," or something like that. So little side quests like that. Do that because it gets you out of the norm, like not a norm, like just make sure, like, you know, you're about to have a normal day, go to class, get your favorite drink, and come back to your dorm. But you know, you did a little something fun with somebody random, so it just makes your day more spontaneous and more like you're living and not just existing. For me, the next thing I'll talk about is roommates. Me personally, I had bad experiences with roommates. I would do like a story time. I would not get too in detail of what I've been through, but it was a lot. I would just say, like, my first roommate, she was a nail tech, and she had a boyfriend over, and she didn't tell nobody, and she had very lack of communication issues. And I didn't really know how to like go about it because it's my first time dealing with this. So I try my best as I can, but she had her fault where she would just bring him over and they would sleep over, and she didn't tell anybody. And there's not only me who's in the room, but it's a suite mate, and so like she had lack of consideration, and yeah, she was really bad. And I called the police on her boyfriend, and I would do it again. But other than that was experience. And then my second roommates it was a hostile environment. They didn't really treat me well. Like if they had very poor communication issues. They didn't know they were like, I just came to the room, so like all 4 of them were like, you know, sort of Jewish with each other, but they didn't like really. They were nice to me at first, but then slowly they just didn't know how to communicate things, and like, you know, if I'm at fault, they wouldn't let me know, so I wouldn't even know if I'm doing something wrong, and I wouldn't do anything like intentionally. I would just, you know. But they were just weird. I met, definitely in college, you can meet a lot of weirdos. I'm not even trying to say like being weird. Like, no, like weird, you can be weird, but no, there's different type of weird. So I don't know. People are weird. So yeah. But I definitely, the biggest thing about roommates is that I wanted someone who was considerate, and nobody gave that consideration. Lack of consideration was nothing there. And so I had to advocate for myself through people who were like older than me, or like people who were like working the dorming facility, and they were okay. But I just felt pretty mean. It felt pretty like lonely at first, 'cause like no one's in the dorm but me, like not my brother, not my parents, and it was very hard to go through because I didn't want to go through that. But it definitely is a character development, so I would suggest dorming if you can take the chance. But I did like my independence. I didn't like I had to, get my own groceries and clean, because I would be only one cleaning. Not the only one, but keep it tight, and well, that was shade. It's bullshit. Anyway, but no bad beef them people. Anyway, but yeah, it was just, I don't know. It was a very strange environment. So for me, I can't really say dorming was a positive thing for me. I liked them when they weren't in the dorm, to be honest. But that's just me. So dorming for someone could be amazing. They met their best friend, but that's not my story. So yeah. Anyway, but now that I've learned all these wonderful things about college, definitely a big takeaway is that you gotta put yourself out there. You gotta like, if you want something, you gotta go get it for yourself. And you have to really go get it. And you're gonna find your people when you find yourself. Like right now, I'm in my, I don't know what era, but creating and developing era of who I really want to become. Because I feel like college is where you can just F up and again and again, and not really anything bad happening to you. You don't have no kids, you have no big responsibilities, and you can just mess up really bad and you can still get up on your feet. While in the real world, you can do that, but you might have to pay some bills, or you might have to relocate and switch up things, or but if you're fortunate enough to go to college, you can learn, you can mess up, you can do great, you can fail, and that's all great things to do, because it's life, it's human nature. So I think college is a great experience of like the real world, but with like training wheels, I would say, until you get into the real world. And yeah, so yeah, I feel like I know what not to do. I have to be more stern. I have to be more like, this is my boundaries, this is what I don't like front up. And we did, and I feel like there was times where I did. There was a thing, and excuse me, there's nothing called the right time. I feel like maybe if she's going through it, okay, come back hours later. But there is no such thing as the right time. It's either an hour later or 48 hours from now, but just get it done as soon as ASAP. Have that uncomfortable conversation with that person. With your roommates, mostly it's not comfortable, and branch out to your professors, and just try to go to their office hours. Not because you need, I needed help, but also I wanted to learn about the professor and why he cared so much about the subject, he or she, and I wanted to be interested. I wanted to learn. I'm coming here to learn, so I want to learn for the best. So yeah, I did enjoy my college experience. I just wish I took YouTube more. Like I made videos. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I know you can't see them. I know you can't, go to my camera roll. But I made videos, and I was just so, like, in my like, oh dang, I don't know if this is good enough, or I was in my perfectionism And I didn't want to be in that anymore because I was like that my whole high school life. So I think I always wanted to be like perfect, but there's no such thing as perfect. And I can be a human being, and that's okay, I guess. So I didn't want to be so sentimental, but I guess how it came. And they've been hating for the World Cup, even though Brazil beat us really bad. But other than that, I am excited for my second year of college, and I would hope for myself that I document more, because I think it'll be good for myself to see like, oh, I came through that. I went through that. I came through that, and I'm fine. I'm well. I got some money out of it. So your hard times do benefit you later, and your good times do benefit you later as well. So yeah, I'll just say take care of yourself. Now for summer, I'm going to take care of myself and just relax and get prepared for my round 2, I guess. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are, relaxing for the summer. Comment down below what you're doing this summer that you're excited about, or comment down below what you're not excited about, I guess. And I hope to guys see you in the next video. Bye.